very close to the zipper itself. Oh, we have some help. Thank you. Today's video, all about zippers. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we are getting into some zippers. This is going to be a very quick, zippy video, if you will. I'm just going to do a quick little overview of the two different types of zippers that we have. I'm also going to include in this video how to sew both of these in so that it really kind of gives a step-by-step breakdown. I have other videos up where I show actually how I did put in these zippers. So for example, this zipper as well as my invisible zipper. But in case you don't want to watch the full video or you're just kind of in a rush, this video will have both the instructions on how to sew a regular zipper as well as how to sew an invisible zipper. So with that said, I just talked about the two types of zippers we're going to cover today. I'm going to talk about a regular zipper, so a zipper that looks like this. A regular zipper, you can get these almost anywhere as far as fabric stores go. You can get them at Walmart, you can get them at even sometimes smaller local fabric stores will have the selection of zippers. I got a large selection off of Amazon, which I will show a little bit later some of those, just so you can see they come in different sizes, different lengths. You can get tons of different types of zippers. Then the second type is an invisible zipper, which as you can see here, what it does is it makes it invisible, so you cannot see it when you bring the skirt pieces together or any type of fabric together, and that gives you a really nice professional look. I've used an invisible zipper for both the skirt as well as pants. I will link the pants up above in case you're interested in that as well. But basically, these are the two types of zippers we'll be talking about today. There are other types of zippers as far as, like outerwear zippers or like for a jacket. So instead of just having this one zipper head, it may have two so that they could both be from the bottom or the top. Some zippers are better for if you're doing like a full jacket, so you want there to be a closure at the end. These zippers that I'm using here are not designed for that purpose, and we'll get a little more in depth into what I mean with that. Okay, so here's an example of a regular zipper. So this is just your all-purpose zipper. You may also see them in a container that looks like this. So you can say that this says, polyester all-purpose zipper. You can get these in a lot of different types. So this is just a Coats and Clark zipper that I got from Joann Fabric. These type of zippers, you just unzip it, but then you see it has this little stop at the end. And that's how you know that this would not be good maybe for a coat or something that you need to open up, as it's not going to open for you. These zippers come in all different sizes. So here I have a whole collection. These are all the same size, multiple different colors. I have zippers that range from 7 inches to 22 inches. So you really can get a wide assortment. You can get them from multiple different Notion stores. There's lots that you can go with. Now, besides a zipper, if you were installing a zipper using a sewing machine, you're also going to need to worry about what type of zipper foot that you're going to be using. You can see I have two different ones here. So this is for your regular zipper. So this is a regular zipper foot. Kind of has this interesting shape to it, almost like a T. And this allows you to work on either side of the zipper. So if this is what my zipper looked like, then I can have it where I can sew very close to the zipper itself. Oh, we have some help. Thank you. And then this is an invisible zipper foot. Thank you. And why it's called an invisible zipper foot is it has these two little grooves underneath. There we go. It has these two little grooves, and that allows you to get very, very close to actually sew the invisible zipper in. Would you like to be on camera? Okay. So once you have either your zipper and the type of zipper foot that you will need, you can actually then start to get started. So now we'll go through the process of sewing up the zippers and showing how you can do each one. So with this invisible zipper, it's sewn very, very closely so that you can't see it. But you can see here that here are like the teeth for the zipper. And then on the back, it almost looks, again, very similar to how a normal zipper would look. So if you were using the invisible zipper foot, it just kind of fits underneath in those little grooves so you can get nice and close to it. And that's how you would sew it.
So now let's actually do an invisible zipper. So you can see here I have one that says invisible zipper. That's how you know it is the correct type. And as you can see with these zippers, what I'm showing you is that they kind of roll up into each other when you first take them out of the packaging. So what we need to do is we need to press this out so that it will lay flat. So basically removing that little fold that is there and making this all one flat piece. The flatter you get it, the more invisible the zipper zipper is going to be when you put it between your two pieces of fabric. So that's really why you want to make sure this lays nice and flat and smooth. And the way we're going to do this is by using our iron. So we're going to press this out so that it gets all nice and flat. Now I've actually already gone over this zipper a couple times at this point when I am doing this ironing, but you're just pressing it out so that it will all be nice and flat and smooth so that you're able to now pin this to your fabric. So now you're going to pin the right side of your zipper, so the part of the zipper that you don't really see, as well as the right side of your fabric together, and you'll repeat this for the other side of the zipper as well. Once you have it pinned, you're going to go to your sewing machine. So I have my invisible zipper foot here, and I'm going to add it onto my sewing machine. So just replacing the regular zipper foot or whatever you had on there first. And we're going to put our invisible zipper foot. Now for mine, I did need to move the needle position so that it was more in the middle, and this would allow it so that I'm not breaking a needle or going through my sewing machine. And I just kind of test this out using that little wheel function. So I just see, can my needle go through? And it does. So I know it's in a good position for the zipper. And when I always do an invisible zipper, I always baste it first. So I get as close to the zipper grooves as I possibly can and just baste it all the way down. So this is what my zipper looks like. You can see that it looks like the basting's done pretty well. I like where the zipper position is. And now I'm just going to go through with the zipper lined up in the groove of the foot and just take that full stitch. So doing it correctly. And now this is what the invisible zipper looks like. So it is installed in our fabric. In this instance, it was in pants, and we are good to go. Now let's work on a regular zipper. So you can see here I have my regular zipper, and I am just going to be using my regular zipper foot. So you do not need the normal presser foot for your machine. We're going to be using that zipper foot for this, as well as some pins. So I have two different pieces of fabric here, and they have that nice straight edge at the top, and that's where I'm going to be inserting the zipper. So the first step is you want to unzip your zipper, and we are going to be matching right sides together, the right side of the zipper with the right side of my material. So having the zipper grooves facing down, so it's going to be towards whatever portion of your fabric is going to be, as what's going to happen is when we fold over the zipper, we're going to have that nice clean edge, and our rest of our fabric will be facing the other way. So having the right sides of our fabric and the right side of the zipper together, and then we're just going to take a seam directly across there. So now I'm replacing on my sewing machine the regular presser foot with now the new zipper foot. I am pressing the zipper foot down onto my machine, onto the fabric, and as you can see, I did that little test to make sure that the needle was going to line up correctly with my zipper, and then I'm just taking a stitch all the way through. I do back stitch at the beginning as well as all the way through the stitch, and then when I get to the end, I'm going to back stitch again. That way I can make sure that the stitch is nice and secure, and I don't have to worry about my zipper coming undone. And now we have one side of our zipper complete. So this is what it looks like. You can see now when I fold this over, I get that nice clean edge. So now what I'm going to do is focus on the second side of my zipper. So almost following a very similar process to the first side, we're going to put with the right sides together, my fabric and my zipper. So you saw that I did that little test to make sure that the fabric was going to lay the correct way with the zipper. I ended up zipping it up as I found it just a little easier to work with, and now I'm just going to pin directly across. So pinning the right side of my fabric to the right side of my zipper, and then I'm just going to take a straight seam as close as I can to that zipper groove or the zipper feet so that I can then have it be connected. So both pieces of fabric will be connected to my zipper. So it's just a very simple straight stitch. So again, using my zipper foot, just going all the way through, being sure that I back tack. Now when you get to the end, if you are someone like me who did zip up your zipper, you're going to run into an issue as you can't just sew directly through that zipper head. So you're going to have your needle down, and then you're going to lift up the presser foot, and you're just going to unzip your zipper, and then you're going to put the presser foot back down, and you can continue on your way. This is going to let you not have to worry about losing any of the stitches. You're not going to have to worry about adjusting for the zipper head. Everything is now good. So here I'd have it all zipped up, and as you can see, our zipper is now installed. The last step I do is I went through and just top stitch as close as I could, probably about a 1/8 inch seam so that it lays nice and flat. And at this point, your regular zipper is now installed. It was super simple, and you can continue on your way with the project.
Well, I hope that this little tutorial was informative for you about what zippers are. Stuffing wanted to help the entire time. I guess she's tired. If you have any other questions about zippers, be sure to include them in the comments below. I'm happy to try to answer them. All of this is different information that I've learned either on my own, from online, or from my mom, who also likes to sew, and she has taught me so much about all of this. But if you have any tips and tricks on zippers, be sure to share them so that we can all learn more.